B2J, the podcast. All things entertainment. Motherfucker.
You know, I always get nervous when we hit record on this sumbitch, and then I think, oh fuck, well, you know, what are people gonna think, you know, and shit like that. But you know what? I don't care. A fucking Batman movie, rated R, dude, is totally just killing it. And did your ears bleed at some point? Yes, they did. Yeah. Therefore, by process of elimination, I do not like John Jones. Knowledge? It's a silent K. Our language is pretty fucked up. Because you're a professional sleeper?
Hell no, Ryerson. He does the most badass Mexican on guitar of all time.
Carlos Santana.
Almost maybe instrumentally.
You have it! It's all yours! I don't want it back! Dude, no, he can play the guitar and it'll sound like he's fucking your mother and you'll be alright. B2J. B2J. B2J, the podcast. Things entertainment, baby.
What's up, everybody? This is
The B2J,
2J, the podcast.
all things entertainment.
Baby. What's going on? We're coming to you live
From the 209.
Stockton, California. Knows how to party. Anyways, coming to you from the Spreaker studio.
Can you tell that's been bottled up for a while, fans?
A little bit. Yeah, because we've been trying
to get that out.
We've been wanting to hit record for a few days now, but you know, business is business, and we had to take care of said business. You know what I mean? So,
with all the interruptions on SmackDown, you think Enzo and Cass will be ready to give their speech this Sunday?
Yeah, no. With all the interruptions in our life, you think we'd be able to get podcasts
at least
two
one
out? Well, we're gonna get both of them out. We're gonna get both of them out. We are. We're gonna get them both out of our system because we got way too much to bottle up into one episode.
That's very true.
I mean, I have did my homework. Hey, if you're gonna fucking take days off, like legit days off, which you're not allowed to, based on my life, you're not allowed to take a day off. Because even when you're taking a day off, you're still
busy.
So, that brings us to today, a beautiful, wonderful, nice, not too smoldering warm as it's been. It's been a nice freaking 3 days.
It's been a little windy week, man.
Dude, it's been beautiful here. I mean, the rest of the world is baking, but we're not. We are not Kevin Bacon over here. We are enjoying
the 70-degree temperature that
we've
been getting the last
couple
days.
Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh, by the way, in like a week it's gonna be like 110 or some shit like that. So oh man, so it doesn't even matter. We enjoyed our week of peace.
Laugh now.
The calm before the
cry later.
Ugh.
Before the storm.
Yeah. Ugh. It's gonna be ridiculous. When we come to you next week, we're gonna be coming to you dripping wet, full of sweat.
You might even hear it hit the floor every now and then.
Just anyway. So how was your week, bro? It's been a week. It's been a good week.
It's been devastating but entertaining at the same
time. Devastating, yes, I know, because for many ways, more than just the sports world, it's been devastating, and the world,
especially the sports world,
though. For you, but there's about 50 families and 40
plus
some. Yeah,
I take that back.
Who would probably. And we'll get to that later on in the podcast. But this is the podcast of positivity, people. And we, at the B2J Studios, would like to say that our hearts are with Orlando, and the people who are devastated. The two tragic incidents that we will cover, even though this is the podcast of positivity. We'll get into it. We'll dive into it later on. Might even hit on it on both episodes, but yes, we are with Orlando. The two devastating, tragic, horrific, what other terrible word can I use to describe what happened? I don't know how you feel on the whole gun thing, but the weapons, we'll we'll get into that
whole
later.
scenario is
Let's
just a
do our
travesty,
show, and then I'll, much like I had to give Ali his time, I'm gonna have to give the people of Orlando their time. A lot of things, a lot of great. I mean, they call Orlando the Magic City because that's where
Disney World is.
It's where NXT,
Florida in general is where people go for summer vacation, spring break to go freaking party.
And it was a devastating. I mean, it had 2 incidents, not just the one incident. There was 2 incidents that happened, and we'll get into it. And people want to just shine their light on just the one, but
rest in peace to Gordie Howe too, is what he's trying to say.
Well, no, Gordie Howe.
What else happened? In
Florida,
Jesus,
man? Dude, Gordie Howe. That's like another thing. Well, you want to know what else happened in Florida, bro? I'll tell you right now. If you really want to get into it,
because I haven't heard of a second scenario.
Well, okay, all right. Well, I gotta find the good news in everything, right? So I'm just gonna dive into it. I want to save it for the end of the podcast, but let's just do it right now. The Walt Disney Company announced their $1 million cash commitment to the Orlando Fund, which was established by Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer to assist those who were affected in the tragic events that happened in Orlando. The community in Orlando is mourning over back-to-back crimes that happened in the Magic City over the weekend. First, it was the passing of the former The Voice finalist Christina Grimmie, Grimmie, I don't know how to say her last name.
Sorry.
Grimmie, I want to say Grimmie. So, she was shot and killed after one of her concerts by a 27-year-old man named Kevin James, who later shot himself. Then it was the horrific crime at the local nightclub that we were already alluding to.
Time out. You say Kevin James, the same name as the actor?
Well, let's not.
That's
I'm
crazy.
not even going to touch on that because
That's like Will Smith, the football
one
player.
person brings joy to the world, the other person
Yeah.
is a jackass. So
It's just like
there's
Will
that.
Smith, the football player. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And then he later shot himself. I don't know. This is not easy to talk about. So I like to be the podcast of the positivity. So I'm gonna shine the light on the fact that Walt Disney Company, who I had a joke and everything, if we would have been able to save it, I would have. There was a beautiful, awesome joke that I had lined up that we just totally squashed. We squash-buckled it. But anyway, maybe I'll throw that joke in later just because. But even though this is not a joking matter, this is the podcast. I got to stress that this is the podcast of positivity. Or in the family of podcast of positivity.
Careful, man. We might get sued by the New Day. Or Vince in general.
You know, what? I don't, Anyway.
Go ahead. Continue.
Man. Then the
Horrific?
Yeah, dude, because this is a touchy subject, bro. So touchy. Anyway, then it was the horrific crime at the local club that left 50 dead and 53 wounded. Omar Mateen entered Pulse nightclub and opened fire using a AR-15 rifle, an assault rifle. Now, I want to stop right there. Because assault rifles are only used for one reason and one reason alone. Look, assault rifles are people killers. They are not. You can use them to go. People like to use assault rifles to go pig hunting or things like that. And I understand because pigs, they run around crazy, so you want to use an assault rifle to take out a pig, a wild boar, if you're hunting. Or they like to use that, even though there's still other ways to do it. Mm-hmm. There's no reason to have any kind of assault weapon other than to protect your family. But an assault rifle is a people chopper. It's, you know what I mean?
What you're saying.
It murked 50 people and left
another 50
wounded. You know what I mean? Plus. So I don't know. I don't want to pick a side because I don't like to vote on these types of matters because I don't feel like I'm qualified to. You know what I mean?
Well, there isn't really sides, man. There's just... Well, it happened. All you could do is pray for the people.
Yeah, 53 wounded, 50 dead. and that's just based on my notes. I'm not in Orlando. I would be paying.
Yeah, this was over 72 hours ago. Now.
You
don't know how many more might have already passed and
things like that. So, he also died at the scene. Whatever. But he should have been fucking in jail and getting butt fucked by Uncle Joe.
Instead, he got into a gunfight and got to go out the easy way.
Yeah, so a little fucking bastard. Anyway, and then the family wanted to come and take the. No, I don't. This is why I'm not qualified to report on these things. Like there's so many things like that I would. I'm not even gonna go there. This horrific occurrence is considered the worst mass shooting in United States history. Top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee said Sunday the Orlando nightclub mass shooting was inspired by Islamic State. Was inspired by Islamic State. Translation: terrorist attack. So there's also that. So it's the second worst thing that we've heard of in the last couple of years, or as bad, because it happened to us, as the thing that happened in Paris. So, dude, it's just all fucking stupid. Just stupid. So, I'm done with all that, man. Let's move forward. I'm going to go to the celebrity news since there is something also about that in the celebrity news. This is a new segment, the celebrity news statement. And we got to joke it up in this motherfucker because it just got way too real. It got way too fucking real, man. So we got to fucking turn this bitch up now because we just fucking...
Well, what's funny in the world of...
Damn.
Funny.
Let's not talk about Charlie Sheen. Or don't talk about Charlie Sheen's when it comes about to his HIV diagnosis. Because if you do, he'll fucking rant about it and it won't be good. It's not a good thing.
So basically, Charlie Sheen's not winning anymore.
Charlie Sheen does not want you to come up to him and say HIV in the same sentence. He said, "I want to service the peace, but it is kind of hard to sit here feeling like I'm in a cycle, like I'm in a rabbit hole." Well, dude, you brought it out, so you obviously, I don't know.
Apparently, he ain't got as much money as Magic Johnson because Magic ain't worried about the whole scenario.
Everybody's all up in arms about this whole Orlando thing. So Richard Simmons wanted to share some. Moving forward, the world's next generous human. The world's next sorry, man, fucking up because of all that shit that we just talked about. The world's most generous human being. Do you know who that is?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Why do you say that?
He's just the most giving charity person in sports. That's my best guess. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, Oprah Winfrey.
Brain fart. Go ahead.
The world's most generous human being, Oprah, says enough.
Actually, I call bullshit on both of them because I haven't gotten any of this generosity thrown my way.
She said enough, okay? When Oprah says enough, you just stop and listen, okay? Oprah said enough.
Quote Oprah.
All right, anyway. What will be the number? Because everybody's all up in arms about the Orlando thing. So, okay, I said the whole Richard Simmons joke. You laughed. It was good. And then we had to pause for the cause for no reason. And then now we're here. Oprah said enough. What will be the number? I thought the number was 26 in Newtown. 20 children, 6 adults. Sandy Hook Elementary, Newton, Connecticut. Newtown, sorry, not Newton. Newtown, Connecticut. Should assault rifles be made available to everybody?
Available to nobody.
That's what I asked.
I'm sure the military, when you go to war, but for the average human being, the average citizen, no. I don't think so. But my opinion don't matter.
All right, so that's your opinion, though? Is that they shouldn't... Should they take a harder psychological test before they... Because, look, there's people that are gun enthusiasts that will go to bat and say that assault rifles should be given to everybody, and there's something in the amendment that says... I agree with
the right to bear arms.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to...
Well, yeah, we have the right to bear arms. And so Oprah says that too. We have the right to bear arms, but do we have the right to bear assault weapons?